Elias Mercer had known for years that he wasn't the kind of human who made history. He wasn't a captain, a soldier, a diplomat, or any of the glorious titles plastered across recruitment posters. He was an engineer, rust-stained gloves, sleepless eyes, and a brain wired to see mechanical problems the way artists saw colors. But when the Sci-Fi Dominion drafted humans into cooperative labor exchanges, Elias found himself stationed aboard Outpost RZ-14, a forgotten orbital platform hanging above the gas giant Relos 3. The station was older than most civilizations. It moaned with every shift of its decomposing hull. The lights flickered so often that Elias worked with a headlamp permanently strapped to his forehead. He and 36 other humans were assigned to maintain the station's failing systems, mostly patchwork jobs designed to keep it running just long enough for Sci-Fi scientists to strip it bare. The Sci-Fi rarely visited. They kept contact minimal, barking orders through holoscreens and treating humans like replaceable tools. Elias hated them for it, but he hated the station more. Every module had its own personality. Bulkhead 21 liked to jam. The cooling stabilizers screamed like dying animals when they overheated. The gravity plates fluctuated at random, sending him floating into ceilings at least twice a week. And if Elias didn't maintain constant vigilance, the oxygen recyclers would try to ingest rats, a hilarious problem in theory, until one got stuck, and he had to spend an hour disassembling the unit with low air warnings blaring. Still, he knew the station better than anyone, and in a strange way, it had grown on him. One night, after a 16-hour shift, Elias was making notes on a cracked data pad when the alarm started. A different alarm. Not mechanical failure. Not vapor leak. Not electrical discharge. Evacuation alarm. He ran to the nearest viewport. A Sci-Fi dreadnought hovered outside, sleek, skeletal, shimmering with violet energy. Its cannons were pointed nowhere near the station. They were firing past it. A hostile fleet, unknown, fast-moving, had arrived from hyperspace. Elias felt the deck vibrate from distant shockwaves. The humans on RZ-14 panicked, scrambling for escape pods. The pods were designed for the station's full combined staff, except it had only half that number available. The Sci-Fi had recalled the other half months earlier. Not enough pods. Not enough time. Elias grabbed the nearest comm panel. Central Command, this is Technician Mercer on RZ-14, requesting emergency extraction. Static. He tried again. Nothing. He sprinted through the corridor to the pod bay. Most pods had already launched, streaking toward the Relo's upper atmosphere. But as Elias neared the bay, he froze. A group of Sci-Fi supervisors were boarding the last functional pod. Behind them, a door was locking shut. He shouted, "Wait! There are still humans inside." One of the aliens turned toward him. A scaled, slender figure with crystalline eyes and a voice like grinding glass. "This station is no longer strategically important. You humans will serve as a delaying obstacle. You're leaving us to die? Your biological resilience may surprise us," the alien said coldly. "But the pod cannot take extra weight." The hatch sealed. The pod launched. Elias watched it disappear into the swirling gases of Relos 3. Silence followed. Only distant explosions punctuated the void. The station trembled again, harder this time. A shot had grazed the outer ring. Then the power flickered off. Emergency lights glowed crimson. Elias swallowed, throat dry. Everyone else was gone. He alone remained on a dying, half-abandoned alien station in the middle of an interstellar firefight. He should have panicked. He should have curled up in a ball and waited for the end. Instead, he took a deep breath. "All right, girl," he whispered to the station's rusted walls. "You and me. One last fight. Middle, A one-man rebuild. The first hour was chaos. Multiple hull breaches. Grav plates fluctuating like drunk toddlers. Oxygen recyclers offline. Outer ring's structural integrity down to 63%. The enemy ships weren't shooting at him specifically. RZ-14 was irrelevant to both sides, but stray blasts were carving chunks out of the station like a butcher cutting meat. Elias sprinted to the primary systems hub. Sparks rained from ruptured conduits. The console flickered with warnings in 3 languages, none human. Okay, he muttered, cracking his knuckles. Let's make you livable. Step 1. Oxygen. He bypassed a melted circuit cluster, rerouted power through an auxiliary relay he'd patched months ago, and manually restarted the scrubbers. The air tasted metallic, but breathable. Step 2. Gravity. He hot-wired the grav plates into a stable pattern, locking the station into 0.8 G. Close enough to Earth normal to stay sane. Step 3. Structure. This was the monster. RZ-14's frame was ancient, patched, corroded, and damaged by the ongoing battle. Elias opened the diagnostic interface. Structural integrity, 58%. That's not ideal. Another distant explosion shook the station, bringing the number down to 56%. He exhaled. Then he grinned. Guess we're upgrading you. For the next 6 hours, Elias worked like a demon. He scavenged supplies from abandoned rooms, repurposing old machinery. He dragged shield plating from unused corridors and welded them over weakened hull sections. He ripped out half-functioning consoles to build reinforced support beams. He cannibalized a derelict research module for its high-density nanofiber scaffolding. By hour 12, he'd reinforced the entire outer ring. By hour 14, he got the power grid stable. By hour 17, he'd reactivated the defensive plating. And by hour 20, a message appeared on a dormant holo terminal, a system he'd never seen working before. Autonomous Defense AI, online. Please identify. Elias blinked. Human. Technician. Elias Mercer. The station paused, then replied. Identity not recognized. However, current output of repairs suggests. Primary engineer. Elias barked a laugh. Sure. Why not? Primary engineer confirmed. Awaiting orders. He leaned back, rubbing sweat from his brow. Orders? Yeah, I've got orders. He uploaded every repair plan he had left. The AI processed it. Acceptable. Commencing automated tasks. Warning. Foreign vessels encroaching on orbit. Station is not in optimal defense condition. Yeah, I know, Elias muttered. But we can fix that too. Over the next day, manned and machine worked as one. Elias reconstructed weapons that had been offline for centuries. Ion flak cannons, rail-mounted accelerator turrets, shield projectors older than several empires. Repairs that should have taken teams of 100 engineers. Elias improvised alone with scrap, ingenuity, and sheer human stubbornness. Every fix strengthened the station. Every improvement brought systems back online. Every hour, the AI grew more impressed. At one point, it asked, Human Mercer, why do you continue this extensive restoration? Survival probability remains low. He shrugged while tightening a bolt with a wrench. Because giving up isn't a human thing. Analysis. This does not match known human psychology databases. Yeah, well, your database never met me.